Hey everybody, this is Dave Blair, and I'm covering Mazda Mondays. And uh, Devin Booth did not make this race again this week, so I thought I'd cover mine. Um, Here you can see the driver list. There were 15 of us. I started in 7th and I finished in 6th. Taking another look at the start here, I felt like I got a good start, and then the yellow car just came down on me. I couldn't get by. I had to get off the gas and then reset. So that kind of sucked. He didn't get a good start. I did, and he blocked me. Kind of pissed me off. But I end up having a really good race with that yellow car towards the end. So again, this is the Monday Mazda's race. It's basically on Monday night. So at 5 o'clock my time, which is Pacific Standard Time right now, at 5 o'clock my time is when it switches over the weeks. So right now this is week 11 and we're at Daytona Road course. And so the first race is at 5:15, but this is the 7:15 race. So the one that Devin normally does would be the second race of the week. So again, this is week 11, second race at 7:15 at this is the Mazda, Advanced Mazda. If anybody'd like to come out and join us, next week would be week 12, would be the last week if you want to come out and race the Mazdas. But as you can see here, it's some pretty close racing. I've really enjoyed this series, and I really enjoyed running it with Devin Booth from the Simpit crew. So I kind of struggled a little bit with this car and this track combination because while it felt like I could gain on some people in certain areas, I just, once you pass them, it's like you couldn't hold the position because you give up your draft. So while I was drafting the car in front of me, when I make the pass here, I just couldn't, I lost all my speed. I just couldn't get by him. So it's like, you tuck in, you get the draft, and then you're going much faster and you got to pull out, but you don't have enough to make the pass. I don't know. It's a little frustrating, but it actually lent to a lot of close door-to-door racing, which was fun. So that's the end of lap 1. And I did have an incident in this race, but again, I only had one, and it was pretty good. The yellow car that's up there in front of me was behind me at the time, and then him and I had a good conversation afterwards, which was kind of cool. The other thing too is there were a few people in here that were I don't know, kind of going back and forth at each other, and it's like there's no reason for that. It's like everybody makes mistakes, and the guy even apologized, and the other guy wouldn't let it go, and it's like, you guys need to lighten up a little bit sometimes. I much prefer the friendly lobbies where everyone is courteous to each other, and that just makes me enjoy the racing even more. So there was a little back and forth in this one, and again, it happens, but I just hope that sometimes these guys reflect on things that they say to other people really when there's no reason. Especially if somebody apologizes, you should just take the apology and let it go. There, that's my 2 cents. So again, even on lap 2 here, I'm struggling to get by this car. I mean, we're basically the same speed. So it was a little frustrating. I couldn't make any passes. Now, I did struggle in the bus stop, and that's actually where I had my incident. But it seemed like a lot of people were just carrying so much more speed through the bus stop than I could. And I was pushing it as hard as I could, or felt safe to, because, well, as you'll see, I do have an incident in the bus stop. So here we are coming to the end of lap 2. And I'm currently in 7th. There's a little confusion up here. Somebody goes off, and I believe I'm still in 7th because the black car got by me. And we eventually break out into like 3 separate groups. The cars that are in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd basically leave us behind, and then the people in the last 3 positions kind of get dropped back. But the middle of the pack, where I am, saw the most action. So this is lap 3. Oh, somebody took the shortcut. Now, I'm not sure how that guy could cut across the grass there or totally miss the bus stop and then not have to slow down or something. I'm a little confused on that. Oh, we got a spinner. Okay, so take another look at that. Again, I think this was one of the guys that was arguing with somebody else, and you can see right here, that was deliberate. Again, not cool. Don't do that to somebody. So here we are on lap 4. And we're still slugging it out with basically the 4 of us here. So this is lap 4, and I'm currently in 5th. So this is lap 5. And I'm really working at getting by that yellow car that keeps blinking in and out, which that's really annoying too. I guess that's his internet, but you know, when you can't see somebody and you don't know where they are, it's a good chance you could hit them, and then really it's no fault of your own. But his car did blink out a few times during the race. So the reason I'm kind of showing this right now is I was working on getting by this yellow car, and again, that would have put me in 4th. And I was getting a little frustrated, which you'll see in the next lap. But here I'm trying to make the pass, and again, just cannot get enough speed to get it done. So I'll do a similar thing next lap. But that's where I have my problem. So here we are on lap 6. I do the same thing, trying to get the pass done. Now the last lap I backed out before the bus stop and I let him go through. But I felt like I was far enough ahead this time, but I didn't want to slow him down. I felt him right there and I pushed too hard. That sucked. But I was also careful not to damage my car too bad, which I was successful and I actually made a comeback. So right here, I fell back to 7th. So taking a look at it again from his point of view, the guy behind me, again, I was trying not to block him and ended up screwing myself up. So here I am on lap 7. I'm still in 7th. Nice cut back here, and then he lost it. So that's how I got 6th. And that's where I finished. So again, even though I had an accident, I recovered well, and I didn't quit out. I think that's one of the big problems with a lot of the racers today is they have an incident or something and they just want to quit out. You know, from my point of view, it's really not fair to everyone else you're racing with. I mean, everybody has their issues, but when I start a race, I try to finish a race. You know, it's just, I think it's common courtesy to everybody else. If I make a mistake and I get taken out and I come in last, oh well. But I still should enjoy the racing experience and not take away from anybody else that may be, you know, racing. So, I don't know, that's just my 2 cents again on my views. If you join a race, you should finish a race. All right, thanks for watching. And again, here's the results. 6th place out of 15, which is, in my opinion, not too bad. Better than halfway. All right, thank you.